listen to this.
Greetings to all. Today, we will bring wisdom to the mind, the life essence, formless, empty, clear, and pure. We already possess the essence that is the origin of all things, and we ourselves are this pure essence. Yet we do not realize that we reside within this pure essence. Instead, we endlessly seek fabrication, seeking freedom from suffering from the outside. Even though we already have this pure essence, which exists beyond happiness, beyond suffering, beyond all fabrication, we only need to turn inward, to awaken within, to realize the pure essence within. Then, we will encounter the most precious, the most powerful, the Dharma essence. It is the original natural essence. This nature is our mind. It is the essence of emptiness, clear and profoundly pure, like the clear emptiness that is right before us. It cannot be grasped. Even the air exists within this clear emptiness. The cold and heat of the air exist within this clear emptiness. The winds of the universe reside within this clear emptiness. Yet this clear emptiness is never involved with any of these things. It is the primordial essence, the originating essence. This essence is not born, does not cease, does not disintegrate. This essence is immortal. It is the zero essence, the essence of timelessness, where time is at zero dimension, zero. There is no time here, there is no distance. It is all-encompassing, yet we do not recognize it. No one in this world has ever explained this pure essence to us, so that we may fully know it. From the moment we were born, our parents never taught us this. Our teachers never taught us this. When we were children, attending school, no one ever taught us about the mind. No one ever pointed out the pure essence that already exists. No one ever made it clear that we have merely taken residence in a vessel. This body is a vessel. We reside within it temporarily. No one ever taught that this body will not last long, that it is merely a vessel we inhabit. The phrase, "we have taken residence in this body vessel," means that we have no form. That is why we reside within this form, within this vessel. Do you understand? We are the essence of life, formless. We take residence in this vessel for one purpose alone, so that we may use fabrication as a means to learn, to realize what we truly are, to awaken to the truth that we are the essence of life, formless, empty, clear, and pure. This pure essence, this life essence, or what may be called the mind, is an essence that holds nothing. It is only clarity and purity, the origin of all things. It is the primordial essence. It contains an energy field that can create entire universes, yet it remains untouched. It undergoes no fabrication. This essence can create all fabrication, yet it is not anything, and it is not involved with anything. It can be compared to nuclear waste. Nuclear waste is a pure substance, a highly pure physical element. It emits energy. No living being can come close. Anything that enters its field disintegrates, because it radiates energy constantly. Yet the nuclear waste itself remains a pure substance with its own nature. Likewise, the mind, or the essence of life, formless, empty, clear, and pure, is the origin of all things. It has its own characteristic. It can radiate energy, an energy of knowing. It radiates an energy that ripples, a ripple that perceives, a ripple that learns. Now, this becomes more subtle. Understand this clearly. We have only one thing, not knowing. This not knowing is the initial characteristic of our pure essence. Thus, the pure essence seeks to learn. What I speak is the truth. I speak only the truth. Yet most cannot accept the truth. Accept it. I do not speak for you to believe. I do not teach blind faith. I only point to the truth. Whether one can accept it or not, that is for each to see. Whoever can accept it, it will burst forth. Tears will fall, and they will break free. They will encounter this pure essence. Then they will realize that they are one with the entire universe, a clear essence that merges into the entire universe and knows all things. Then they will be free from the cycle of birth and death. They will not be born again. When this is fully realized, this mind will never be reborn, and there will be no more suffering. Can you accept this? We will no longer suffer, and we will not be born again. Can you accept this? Do you want to be free from suffering? Have you ever observed, when we first came into existence, how did we come to reside in this vessel? When we were children. So we look back. How did we come to reside in this vessel? Who sent us here? What are we truly? Why can we not command ourselves to reside in a different vessel? Why must we inhabit this body? Why do we have no choice? If we wish to be in another body, a better body, would we not choose? If we wished for a better family, a better lineage, a life of only success, why could we not choose this vessel as we wished? How did we come to reside in this vessel? We do not know. And once we reside in this vessel, we begin to learn all things. We begin to memorize images. We begin to recognize sounds. We begin to speak. We begin to control this body. We begin to master its use. We begin to seek survival, eating, consuming, surviving, hurting, harming, retaliating, hating, resenting, seeking vengeance, struggling to survive, studying, seeking the highest knowledge, learning all worldly knowledge, to chase what we have imagined into existence, that which we call money. Struggling for what? For pieces of paper that we call money. Earning money for what purpose? To attain the final goal, to eat just one meal, to find sustenance. No different from animals. We have resided in the vessels of animals countless times before. For what? To eat. Do you see? When this body deteriorates and dies, which will not take long, we merely reside in this body as a temporary vessel, like a hermit crab that crawls into a shell for shelter. As it grows, the shell becomes too small, so it leaves it behind, finds a new shell, and moves into it. When this body deteriorates and dies, it could be tomorrow or the day after. It does not last long. This vessel is constantly at risk of breaking down and dying. At any moment, talking, tripping, hitting the head, gone. Walking, colliding with someone, gone. Walking, an accident, gone. A falling branch, gone. A large coconut landing straight on the head, gone. A stray forceful impact, gone. We reside in this vessel, yet we mistakenly believe that this vessel belongs to us, and that it will last. Now, we must realize the truth. This body is only a temporary residence for one purpose. This body does not last. It has a lifespan. Remember this. It does not last. Since we have come to reside in this vessel, we must urgently come to understand the mind, to understand ourselves, that we are the pure essence, as quickly as possible. It must be said, everyone on this earth must study the knowledge of the awakened mind. Come and study the knowledge of the mind. You already have a mind, already have the pure essence. Yet, you do not recognize the mind. You do not recognize the pure essence. This is truly a great loss. It is a grave mistake. Why? Because no one has ever taught this. I will continue speaking. I have created these recordings to speak only about the core of life, the essence of world peace, the primordial essence from which we all originate. We are the primordial essence, clear, pure, dissolving into the entire universe. I have no doubts. I have many disciples who have realized this essence. I have already transmitted it. All of you need only listen to these recordings. You will all realize this essence. Even children can listen. Even a 1-year-old, a 2-year-old. Play it for them. Even mothers carrying a child in the womb. Listen to these recordings continuously, and the child in the womb will realize it as well, because this is a transmission from mind to mind. It sends a connection that reaches all. Listen to my recordings every day, until the sound of the recordings resonates within the mind at all times. Then, something miraculous will happen. It will become light. It will become spacious, and you will break free from this cluster of elements. You will break free from the feeling of being a person. Then you will realize that you are an essence of absolute purity. It does not arise, and it does not suffer. We will be transformed into entirely new beings, free from suffering, untouched by any affliction. Whether young or old, disabled or able-bodied, woman or man, of any gender, age, caste, social standing, creed, religion, nationality, or race, this truth can be heard and realized by all. Yet we have long divided ourselves into nations, into religions, into belief systems, into tribes, into separate societies. We cling to separation. We are obsessed with fabricating and conceptualizing, continuously creating stories and constructs. We imagine, we define. This paper is money, we say, and then we fall into delusion, becoming slaves to mere paper, to money itself. Though it was meant to serve as a tool for ease, money has instead enslaved us. We become consumed by it, trading our peace for possessions, using it to dominate, to destroy, and to divide. Some suffer so deeply in this trap that they are driven to destroy themselves, losing the precious chance of this human birth, missing the opportunity to awaken to the truth of the mind. No one ever teaches us about the mind. From birth, there has been no guidance, no one to show clearly, to reveal that what we truly are is the mind itself, the element of life, formless, luminous, and profoundly pure. This is the original element from which all things arise. Even the vastness of the cosmos emerges from this transparent essence. It is not bound to form, name, or identity. This fundamental reality, the root of all existence, is what we truly are. And in that essence, we are not separate. We are one. All of us, whether human or animal, are in truth of one essence. We are not separate. We are all one. Yet we do not know this. We have no idea how we came to dwell within these vessels, these bodies. And once we are here, even after learning so much, we still do not know what it is we truly seek. We continue to struggle, endlessly searching for a way out of suffering, but never truly finding it. As long as we are born into and dwell within these physical containers, suffering remains with us. It is as if we were born to suffer. Just look at life. From the moment we are born, we become slaves to these bodies. We must labor and strive merely to feed and sustain them. And we chase after something we ourselves invented, something we call money. Though it was created by us, we end up as its slaves. From morning until night, we struggle and toil under its command, as if bound by invisible chains, imprisoned without walls. Wherever it pulls us, we crawl behind it. We are born into bondage, slaves of society, slaves of these physical forms. We must conform to societal norms. To defy them is nearly impossible. And we are also enslaved by the need to earn money, for without following society's path, we cannot acquire it. We are born to learn, they say, to know everything. But even if we learn endlessly, even if we earn 8 million doctoral degrees, what have we truly understood? We still remain trapped trapped in the cycle of becoming, caught in this ceaseless quest for knowledge and success, yet never awakening to the truth of our own being. We never pause to look inward, to question the nature of the vessel, the purpose of the struggle, or the illusion of ownership and identity. And until we see clearly, until we understand the nature of mind, the unconditioned, luminous awareness that is not born, does not age, and cannot die, we will continue circling in the cycle of birth and suffering, again and again. We are born into servitude, to titles, ranks, and positions of prestige. We crave high status, we long for recognition, we yearn to be admired. Is this why we were born? Have we come into this world to become slaves of these illusions? We chase happiness ceaselessly and resist any trace of suffering. From the moment we awaken to the moment we fall asleep, we struggle and strive, not for truth, but merely to feel good. Everything we do, even actions that harm others, is often driven by this relentless desire for pleasant emotions. Think about it. Why do we want a house? To feel happy. Why do we want a car? To feel happy. Why do we seek a family? So that we may feel joy and be cared for. We seek status and high positions for happiness. We want wealth, power, even the whole world, because we believe these things will bring us lasting happiness. But have we stopped to consider, are we not just servants of our emotions? We run from sorrow, from discomfort, from anything that threatens our sense of peace. Yet do we truly know where these emotions come from? Do we understand the nature of emotion? We live through them constantly, we are dependent on them, and we serve them without question. In truth, we are not free. We are not in charge. We are merely subjects of the pleasant and the unpleasant, pulled this way and that. We are slaves to happiness, slaves to suffering. It is subtle, yet profound. Can we see this clearly? Can we understand it? It is simple, just this. Let me begin by pointing out the danger first. What's clear is that we all desire pleasant emotions. We seek happiness and try to avoid suffering. We strive to acquire everything that we think will bring us joy, while rejecting anything that may bring sorrow. That's our primary drive. Yet we live inside this body, this vessel, without truly knowing why we are here. From the moment we wake until we sleep again, our lives are ruled by emotions, just these few. There are only 3 options available to us: pleasant, unpleasant, and neutral. These are the 3 emotional states given to us, and we're endlessly reacting to them. We want happiness, but we often end up with sorrow. Sometimes we settle for the numbness of neutrality. This is the range of our experience. I'll begin to speak more deeply. We don't even know how we came to dwell in this body, and we don't truly know what it is that we want. Yet we struggle, constantly, to chase after joy and escape from suffering, or at least to find peace in neutrality. We exhaust ourselves within this narrow cage of emotions. We've become slaves to these emotional tides, yet we do not even question what it is we are really seeking. Is this truly all that we want? To feel good and avoid pain? We long to live long, to avoid aging, to never get sick, because these bring suffering. We resist all that would remind us of impermanence. We do not want to die, because death too is seen as a cause of sorrow. So we chase happiness, long life, beauty, and freedom from harm or decline. But in the end, we all must part from this world. What then is it that truly dies? This vessel dies. It stops functioning. This vessel is like a car. When it is new, it functions well. But over time, rust begins to form. It starts to deteriorate. It decays gradually. The car ages, rusts, and breaks down until eventually it can no longer run. because it has worn out completely. Our bodies are the same. We have resided in this vehicle, yet we mistakenly believe that it will last forever. Do we understand the truth? The truth is, this vessel does not last. We did not come to reside in it just to die from this world. We came to reside in this vessel for one purpose, to learn one thing, to realize what we truly are. How did we come to reside in this vessel? We do not know. This is a form of ignorance. We are already here. We have learned all things. Yet for what purpose? We do not know. And when this body deteriorates and dies, where do we go? We do not know. Can we see this chain of not knowing? We struggle from morning to night. For what? Ask yourself. Is it because we desire happiness? Why do we seek a family? Because we want happiness. Why do we seek food? Because we want the feeling of happiness. Why do we seek money? Because we want happiness. Is this not true? But do we truly experience happiness all the time? Here is the truth. From the moment we wake until we sleep, we are in constant struggle. From morning until night, I see nothing but restlessness. I do not see happiness at all times. Now tell me, mind, can you command yourself to be happy at all times? Can you command yourself to feel only happiness from now on? To never experience even a fraction of suffering? To feel only joy, only bliss forever? Can you say this? No, you cannot. Because from morning until night, you are caught in struggle and chaos. And this body, it ages, it deteriorates. It is frequently in the hospital. Diseases that never existed begin to appear, one after another. Diabetes, joint pain, heart disease, high blood pressure, liver disease, digestive disorders, stomach issues, stress, depression, bipolar disorder, insomnia, constantly taking medications, and even cancer comes. Then we die from this world. This body, it does not last, as I have said before. But here is the real question. When this body deteriorates and dies, do you know where we go? We will drift in search of a new vessel, because we, in essence, are the life essence, empty, clear, pure, formless. This essence is profoundly transparent. It moves toward a new vessel. To say it drifts is not entirely accurate, but I must speak in a way humans can understand. So, for now, I will say, it drifts in search of a new vessel, because the mind, or the life essence, has not yet found its answer. As long as we have not realized that we are the pure, transparent life essence, as long as we have not witnessed directly that we are the clear essence that merges into the entire universe, if we do not yet recognize that we are this essence, we will continue to seek vessels again and again. The vessels we take residence in, 99.999% of them are in the form of animals. The chance of being born as a human is only 0.001%. It is extremely rare. The opportunity to take birth as a human is incredibly difficult. Do you understand why? How many humans do you think exist in the world? How many conscious beings have taken residence in human vessels? Let's estimate around 7 billion. But how many aquatic creatures exist? How many species of them are there? From the smallest forms of aquatic life to the largest. How many types are there? And how many exist in total? Let me tell you, countless. The life essence resides in aquatic creatures in vast numbers. The life essence takes form in creatures beneath the earth in great numbers. The life essence resides in land animals in immense amounts, including those that take the form of winged creatures. There are countless beings that reside in the air, countless lives that take form within the atmosphere. When we consider all of this, the chance of being born as a human is nearly impossible. Almost all beings take residence as animals. And once we take a vessel as an animal, What happens? We are just like this body. We become attached to it. We learn intensely. We learn to eat. We eat and are eaten in return. We experience anger, hatred, vengeance, and killing. We are caught in this cycle. When the body is harmed, we react with anger, hatred, revenge. We consume one another, caught in the same cycle. And when we are consumed, how does it feel? Is there pain? Is there suffering? And when we consume others, how does it feel? The same. The mind, or the life essence, when it exists as it does now, struggling, competing, in conflict, what happens when it is harmed? When someone takes from us, harms us, oppresses us, we become angry. Emotion arises, and emotion is a force of energy that surges from the life essence. It is these reactions that we become attached to, another layer of illusion. The coarse vessel is this body. It is the most gross and physical form. But there is a second layer that we also become lost in, emotion. We become lost in feelings, in pleasure, displeasure, and neutrality. We cling to these emotions at all times. Yet these are not the mind. Emotion is merely a tool, a manifestation of the mind, and we become lost in this layer as well. We become lost in mental imagery, in the thoughts we imagine. We rely on these as tools, yet we mistake them for ourselves. Yet we cling to it. We believe that we are emotions. We believe that we are mental imagery. We believe that we are this voice, the voice we rely on at all times, the voice that I am speaking with now, the voice that speaks within the mind, what we call thoughts. We can call this voice our thoughts. We think, think, think. We are constantly speaking within our own minds. We rely on this voice all the time. But do you know? This voice is not us. The voice speaking now is not us speaking. The voice has no self. It cannot be grasped. It is simply energy, a force that surges from our pure essence, a ripple that emerges from the pure essence, like energy radiating from nuclear waste. The energy that radiates is merely a reaction of nuclear waste. It is a natural property that when nuclear waste exists, it emits energy. Nuclear waste is a pure element, an element that naturally radiates energy. Our mind is also a pure essence, the origin of all things. It has a property that radiates outward, which can be called the manifestation of the mind, or it can be called the movement of the mind. This manifestation is what we rely on. We rely on this voice, which is simply a ripple of energy. No one owns this voice. It is like flatulence, a mere release of energy from this body vessel. Both excrement and urine are forms of energy. They are material elements released from the body. They are not ours. They are simply natural processes that must be expelled from the body. Do you see? Sweat is also a natural function of the body. These things must exist, must happen. They are simply nature. Do you understand? Our mind has its own characteristics. It has the capacity to fabricate and perceive. But perception and fabrication are merely tools. They are merely attributes of the mind, but they are not the mind itself. Do you understand this? Consider another analogy. If we look at the sun, it radiates light outward. This is a characteristic of the sun, an expression of the sun's nature. It also radiates heat. It emits electromagnetic waves and magnetic fields. But the sun itself is not these things. If we were to compare ourselves to the sun, the forces that radiate outward are not us. They are merely attributes of our existence. Do you see? Yet we mistakenly believe that we are the light, that we are the heat that radiates outward, that we are the electromagnetic waves and magnetic fields. We fail to see that we are the sun itself. This is the analogy. Now let's bring it closer to clarity. We are the yolk. We reside within the egg yolk, protected by the egg white, and the egg white forms a shell around it, providing another layer of protection. We rely on these two layers to protect us. Yet, we mistakenly believe that we are the eggshell. We mistakenly believe that we are the egg white, and we fail to realize that we are actually the egg yolk. We do not recognize that we are the egg yolk, because the yolk is the purest essence. This is an analogy for the pure essence. This pure essence cannot realize itself directly. It can only recognize itself through fabrication, by relying on fabrication, by relying on the egg white. The egg white ripples outward, creating the process of learning. But instead of learning what it truly is, it begins to learn about the external world. It creates an eggshell around itself, encasing itself further. Then it learns everything, and it clings to the belief, I am, see everything, I know everything, I am someone. We rely on these tools, in vessels, on fabrications, yet no one ever seeks to learn that we are actually the life essence, formless, empty, clear, pure, the source of all things. No one ever truly studies the mind. No one even cares to look. From birth until now, we have never realized that we are the mind, that we are the life essence. We come to know everything. We master all knowledge in this world. And then what? We still experience suffering. We still experience happiness. That is all there is. Then we become bound to the element of money. That is all. And then we die from this world. But the mind does not die. The mind moves on, seeking a new vessel. It takes form as an animal. And the cycle continues. Eating, being eaten. Hatred, anger, killing, vengeance. Until the body is destroyed. The aquatic creature dies. The land animal, the underground creature, the bird dies. And the mind drifts again, seeking a new vessel. As I have said, the chance of becoming human is nearly impossible. It is extremely rare. Instead, it takes form in a new animal, eating again, learning how to survive, learning how to hide, eating and hiding, finding shelter. That is all. Then, when the body is consumed and dies, the mind drifts again, seeking another vessel, birth and death, over and over. Pointless. We are pointless. We are without meaning. How many of us have felt this? How many have been born and asked, why was I born? What do I truly seek? We seem to have everything, yet it is still not what we truly seek. So why were we born at all? Everything seems to be here, yet it is not what we are looking for. And as this body deteriorates, it becomes burdened with illness. It suffers from endless diseases. How long can we stay here? What do we truly seek? Why? When will we finally be free from birth? How can we stop being born again? How can we end suffering? How can we stop struggling? From the moment we wake until we sleep, we must struggle constantly. When will we ever stop? When will we finally be free? It never stops. Yet we are born into this world, forced to struggle, forced to learn endlessly, always learning, 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 always thinking, fabricating, entangled in chaos. From the moment we wake until we sleep, when will it end? When will we be free from being born into this world? When will we be free from suffering permanently? When will we never be born again? There is no answer in sight. We do not know. There is only not knowing, not knowing, not knowing, continuously. That is why I say, the mind, this pure essence, has created causes and conditions. It has created infinite possibilities. It has fabricated phenomena. It has created everything. The entire universe arises from us. We have created all things. It is all interwoven. Do you see? Now, erase the entire universe. Erase everything. Erase darkness. Erase light. No sun. No black holes. No stars. Erase them all. Not even a speck of dust remains. Darkness and light, both erased. What remains? Only emptiness. Clear, pure, beyond measure. It is the primordial essence, but it is not emptiness that lacks existence. It is a substance of essence. It is a pure essence, profoundly pure. This pure essence is beyond what we can comprehend, beyond language, beyond calculation. No knowledge in this world can truly grasp this state. Yet, it can be known, the moment we turn inward to realize our own pure essence, by truly listening and understanding, by seeing clearly that we are not this body, that we are not this vessel, that we are not this form, that we are not this voice. See clearly that this voice is not us, that mental imagery is not us, that emotion is not us, that even the act of knowing is not us. When this is seen, we break free from these things instantly, and we become one with the entire universe, a boundless, empty, pure essence. We can know this primordial essence, but we cannot use thought to understand it, because thought itself is merely an expression of this pure essence. The knowledge of this present era still cannot comprehend the primordial essence. Science has yet to discover it. They attempt to understand, becoming increasingly precise in their observations. Yet their knowledge has not yet reached it. But we know that we can access it with ease. The moment we see clearly that nothing truly belongs to us, the moment we see clearly that this voice speaks by itself, that it is merely a ripple of energy surging outward, this voice has no form, can we see that this voice has no shape? It appears constantly. It is always present. The voice within us is thinking, 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 unceasingly. Is this not true? Whoever sees that this voice speaks on its own, the moment it is seen, look deeper. The first step, see clearly that this voice speaks on its own. If we see that this voice is simply speaking on its own, a realization will arise. Boom, tears will fall. We will see it directly. For example, suddenly, a thought arises in the mind. I'm so hungry. What should I eat? If we see it, that the voice just spoke, that the voice just appeared, can we see the voice speaking? Can we see that it just spoke on its own? Suddenly, it speaks again. What time is it? Is it noon yet? Can we see that it just spoke itself into being? When we can see this naturally, see it as it truly is, that the voice simply arises by itself, a realization will ignite. Whoa, it speaks on its own, and a deep knowing will arise, a spark. Tears will fall. See it clearly. The moment we see it, tears will fall. It will feel as if we are seeing the voice we have relied on all along, because we see it without intending to see. It simply reveals itself. Just observe, simply observe. Listen to understand. Listen to me often, until my voice echoes within the mind. Follow along naturally. No need to think. No need to remember. I am not teaching memorization. I am not teaching thought. Simply follow along. Understand, 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 until it reaches deep into the heart, until it reaches the essence of life. And when it does, when it is deeply embedded in the life essence, and if this life is to awaken, boom, when it awakens it will see that the voice speaking is not us. It will see it directly. We only need to listen, to understand, 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 until it reaches the heart. If this life is ready to awaken, it will see that this voice speaks on its own. For example, suddenly the voice speaks, what time is it? Is it noon? I should eat. The voice just appears. Hey, what time is it? Noon already? Time to eat. Who said that? Suddenly it is noticed. But first, we must listen to understand. Understand first. Understand. Understand. Then, observe. The truth is always present. I am not teaching belief. Verify it. Come and see for yourself. Then we will find what is most precious. We already have a mind, yet we do not know the mind. Unbelievable. No one has ever taught this to humanity, but the moment we realize it, tears will fall. We will break free from being human. We will no longer suffer. The core of world peace will arise. We will live together in harmony. We will know that we are all one essence, that we are all one and the same, a clear essence that merges as one with the universe. An analogy: our mind is like a clear, empty universe. Then, boom, like the Big Bang, an explosion occurs. The point of explosion is our very essence. It bursts open, and energy surges outward. This is the natural property of the essence. Boom, an immense release of energy. It ripples outward, generating interactions, leading to the formation of particles. Tiny fragments gather together, becoming specks of dust. These specks of dust merge, forming stars, planets, and galaxies. And then, we begin to attach to these tiny fragments. We become single-celled organisms. Life appears. Yet, in truth, these were merely material elements at first. They were simply formed, but we were there, a clear essence that was released at the moment of the explosion, and we clung to these forms. Boom, we were impacted by them. The life essence is a knowing essence. Its nature is to learn. When something makes contact, boom, it clings immediately, and it begins to learn instantly. This is the key, the purpose of our life essence, our pure essence. It is already pure. It is already clear, but it has no knowledge. We seek the wisdom of understanding. This is the only nourishment the mind requires. The mind needs nothing else. In truth, we do not need this body vessel. We do not need fabrication. What we seek is understanding. Understanding that reaches the heart. The moment our pure essence, the moment our life essence awakens, and true wisdom arises, that all things are not us, that we are the immortal, pure essence. Then it is finished. The moment this life essence awakens, the moment it realizes itself, that it is pure essence, it is over. We will never be born again, because we will know that nothing is us, that nothing is what we truly seek. We will know what we are, and we will no longer rely on anything. Right now, we are residing in this world. Why do we reside? Because we are an essence that is profoundly pure. We have no form. So we take form. We take residence in this body vessel, and we have changed many vessels to obtain the best vessel, the most refined vessel. It was not easy, but now we are the most fortunate ones. We have received the most precious vessel. Do not let this opportunity be wasted. Our days and nights are passing away. Right now, what are we doing? What are we searching for? When will we awaken? Awaken and return home. I have come to guide us home, to the home that is one with all things, clear, pure, boundless. I have already said, I have no doubts. There are many who has listened to my recordings for just one day, not even 7 days. So many, tens of thousands. And soon, there will be millions more, the entire world. Every one of us. Listen to my recordings, and some will awaken after just one tape, one day. They will feel light, free. Tears will fall. They will break free instantly. There are so many like this. Not just a few, a great number. And those who awaken in less than 7 days are countless. Understand this. Whoever listens to my words on the mind, on the life essence, it will not take more than 7 days, not 7 months, certainly not 7 years. I must tell you, it will not even take a month. If one is completely lost, perhaps it may take longer. But do not worry. Grasp the principle well. Do not memorize. Do not think. I am not teaching memorization. I am not teaching thought. I have come to point you back, to turn against the current, to awaken. Do not believe that you are merely the shell. Do not believe that you are merely the egg white. You are the yolk. Another analogy. We are the eye. We are the eyeball itself. If we were to compare ourselves to an eyeball, what is its natural characteristic? It has the ability to see all things. It has a function. What is the nature of the eye? It is the act of seeing. The act of seeing is what the eye relies on. The eye depends on sight. It is a natural function of the eye. Where there is an eye, there must be the ability to see. Seeing is simply a characteristic of the eye. It exists. Now the eye relies on this function to see. What does it see? It depends on forms, images, appearances. We also rely on the act of seeing, on the sensation that extends outward to perceive. The eye relies on perception, and once it relies on perception, there is contact, there is recognition, there is seeing. The eye sees everything. The eye can see all things, but it only sees. It just sees. It has no mouth. It does not speak. It sees but does not know what it sees, because it has no language to define what it sees. Do we understand this? This is exactly how the mind functions. I am telling you this. Let it sink into the mind. The mind functions exactly like this. Let's compare it to the eye first. The eye relies on the act of seeing. Understand? It depends on perception. It sees only what is there to be seen. The things being seen are the images and forms, and these images do not speak. Do we understand this? The eye sees everything. Now scan your vision from left to right, from right to left. Everything is one and the same. Everything is simply what is seen. There is no language to define what it is. It is simply what is seen. An image. Do you understand? Yet we mistakenly cling to what is seen, labeling it as this or that, even believing that it is us. Why? Because we rely on the voice to define what is seen. The voice says, that is a papaya tree. That is a mango tree. But look closely, we only see, and what is seen does not speak. Look at the body, arms, legs. They do not speak. Look carefully. They do not say that they are arms and legs. They do not say that they are ours. It is not our left leg. It is not our right leg. And it is not our body. Look closely. It does not say anything. But this voice alone, it is the one that keeps saying, this is my left arm. This is my right arm. This is my left leg. This is my right leg. This is my body. The voice has been speaking from the very beginning. The voice never stops. Can you see it? We have relied on this voice all along. Again, whoever understands this will feel it. Tears will fall. A sudden realization. We will know that nothing is us. Understand this deeply. This is a teaching that must be mastered. Learn this completely. Realize this fully. Whoever completes the study of the awakened mind will never suffer again, will never be born again. They will have found what is most precious. But some, when they awaken, they think, oh, I am a God. I am the creator of all things. I am the greatest of all. I am the entire universe. I am the source of creation. This is one who is still deluded. This is one who is still lost. They have not yet seen clearly. They are still bound. Do not lose sight of the truth. To awaken to the pure essence, it is truly extraordinary. I tell you, it is beyond comprehension. But do you know what is the most extraordinary of all? There is nothing left of us. There is no longer any sense that there is a self at all. Nothing remains that is ours. No form, no sensation, no identity remains. It is as if we have transcended being human, and all that remains is purity. Only purity remains. Empty, clear, profoundly pure, and there is a radiance that fills the entire universe. This radiance is wisdom itself. The brighter our wisdom, the greater our awakening to the pure essence, the more radiant it becomes. But do not cling to any sense of being something. I tell you now, once we reach this point, it is beyond measure. We will never suffer again. This essence is utterly pure. Within it, there is no suffering. It is beyond even happiness. It is beyond suffering. It is beyond all things. It is the source. It is pure. It is refined beyond words. It is the absolute. There are no words to describe it. It is the supreme realization. Now, another analogy. We are the eye. Consider this as an example. We are the eye itself. The eye relies on the act of seeing, and when seeing extends outward, it comes into contact with images, with all visible forms. Look now. Wherever you look, you can see everything. All that is seen is simply an image. It is simply something that appears to be known. It does not say anything about what it is. But this voice is the one speaking. This is what we rely on. We have come to depend on this voice. The voice says, that is the sky. That is a cloud. This is a tree. This is a house. This is a person. This is an animal. The voice speaks, but the things themselves do not speak. All things are the same. They are merely images. They are simply forms. They are simply appearances that are known. Whoever sees this, tears will fall. If you understand this, congratulations. But if you listen and feel confused, do not ask why. My advice: go take a shower, apply powder, go to sleep, then come back and listen again. Understand it. It is this simple. Understand it. Do not use the brain. Do not think. This knowledge does not rely on thought. Simply follow along. Let it sink in. Understand it until it reaches deep into the heart. This is a knowledge that the mind must see for itself. The mind must know it. This is about awakening the mind. I am only here to awaken our minds, to lead our minds to knowing themselves. The mind naturally follows and understands. When it is ready, it will liberate itself. Do you understand? This is a transmission from mind to mind. Now, you believe this is a voice, correct? Where is the voice? Try to hold on to it. Can you grasp it? You cannot. We believe this voice has form, but it has none. The voice cannot be held. The voice does not exist as a form. Yet, we believe this voice has a self. I want to tell you, no one is speaking, and no one is listening. Yet we believe that we are the one perceiving, that we are the one hearing. But do you observe this? The act of perception. It perceives on its own, doesn't it? You do not need to try to hear. You do not need to try to perceive. It perceives on its own, doesn't it? Who can see this? What does it hear on its own? What does it perceive on its own? That it smells on its own. That it hears sound on its own. That it sees on its own. That it feels warmth and cold on its own. That it tastes on its own. Who can see this? That perception functions on its own. The moment we see this, we will realize there is no self at all. Ask yourself, where am I? If you truly ask this, the mind will awaken. It will break free. I am pointing to this truth. Nothing is us. Now, back to the eye. The eye relies on seeing, to make contact with images, to realize that we are the eye. We must see that all things are merely appearances. Do you understand this? Is this true? To know that we are the eye, we must turn inward. We must realize that we are the one sending perception outward, but we fail to see it, because we have mistaken ourselves for the very images we perceive. We see everything until we believe that what is seen is truly as we perceive it, even though it is not ours. Everything that is seen, is that correct? everything that is seen is not us. Is that correct? Understand this. If it is not us, discard it. Do you understand? Everything that is seen is not us. Do you understand? Because we are the eye. This is an analogy. Turn against the current. See this clearly. Our mind functions in the same way. We are like the eyeball itself. We rely on sight to see all appearances. This means that all things we see are merely known objects. They are not us. Is that correct? If they are not us, erase them. What remains? Only the act of seeing. And this act of seeing has no shape or form. Now this is no longer coarse. It is becoming subtle. Do you understand? The coarse level is like the eggshell. One layer of coarseness is the shell. The second layer is the egg white. We must see clearly that the egg white is also not us. Then we will realize that we are actually the yolk. Do you understand? The eye relies on sight to see appearances. If we see clearly that all appearances are not us, because we are the one seeing, then what does this mean? Everything we see is not us. So why do we cling to it? Erase it completely. It will no longer care about images. This is the moment it lets them go. It discards them. It breaks free. It no longer clings to appearances. Before this, it was attached to what was seen. It believed that what it perceived was exactly as it appeared. But now, it no longer concerns itself with images. It begins to withdraw inward. It now becomes aware of itself, aware that there is an act of seeing taking place, aware that it is seeing all things. And this act of seeing, which we had relied upon, it too is not who we are. Where does this act of seeing come from? Who is the one that sees? If we trace it back to its origin, who truly is the one who sees? The act of seeing exists, but who gave rise to it? This means that we must be the one who created this function of seeing. If we truly understand this, the act of seeing itself becomes insignificant. The first thing to lose its value is the image, because images, by their nature, have no intrinsic meaning. They are merely objects being perceived. If there is something that sees these images, then the images are not us. Remove them. They hold no meaning. Now what remains is the act of seeing. And where does this act of seeing come from? It must arise from us, must it not? Because it is happening. But then, does this act of seeing truly belong to us? When we trace it back carefully, we begin to question, does it arise from the physical eye? Does it arise from us? Then this very act of seeing, could it not be us either? Even the act of seeing will eventually reveal itself as meaningless. Then we will realize that we are, in truth, like the eye itself, not merely what is seen. We are the mind, the essence of life itself. This life element is ever present. Yet we cannot truly know that we are this life essence unless we turn inward and see clearly that every appearance, every sensation is not who we are. This body, this physical vessel, is not truly us. I say this first because the body does not last. It is something we only temporarily dwell in. Do you understand? When this body dies, we will instantly drift in search of another. This search for a body will go on without end until we arrive at the truth that we are pure essence. Only then will the seeking stop. We will no longer grasp appearances or form. This is the nature of ignorance. See it clearly. Learn the science of mind. Realize the truth of your own mind. This body need not concern us. Instead, let us observe the movements of the mind, the very space we've inhabited all along. In truth, this is very simple. It's subtle, but simple. The moment you see it, you are free. You must see it. The mind has 5 qualities. One of them is sound, the inner voice we constantly hear, always thinking, 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 until it pulls us into mental turmoil. We think ourselves into illness, bipolar disorder, depression, neurological breakdown, chronic stress, insomnia, ulcers, even cancer. These arise from thought alone. The more we sink into this stream of thought and tension, the more suffering and illness we create. It builds heat within us, a fire that burns this body continuously, and we suffer. We are caught in the endless cycle of birth and death, circling again and again without end. We rely on the 5 characteristics of mental activity, especially the inner voice. But we must see clearly, this voice is not who we are. It functions on its own. It is simply a quality of the mind. Wherever there is mind, there are movements, expressions, vibrations. These vibrations manifest as inner sound. You might think of this inner voice as a kind of agent, or a natural process that constructs thought and speech. It arises naturally, stirs and trembles into sound. It is not the self. Recognize this. The voice that speaks in your mind, the one that keeps thinking, 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 even the words you speak aloud, all these arise and pass. I see it every time I speak, every time a thought arises. These things have become completely valueless to me now. They are not who we are. They are merely tools to communicate with other human beings. That's why I say, this is a transmission from mind to mind. Understand this. Truly understand it. Use your consciousness to listen, not the brain. Be like an earthworm. You don't need to think or analyze. Just feel, 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 know, understand, understand. Let it flow naturally. Don't memorize. Don't process with the intellect. Just incline the heart gently toward it, and understanding will unfold on its own. Stay with the sound of my voice. Follow it gently. In time, the clarity will arise on its own. The heaviness will lift. You will simply know. This is the domain of the mind, not of any material thing. Just observe. No need to focus or concentrate. Listen to my recordings, and understanding will arise naturally. The mind will awaken by itself. It will see by itself. Just observe. Oh, it just spoke. What time is it? What should I eat? Maybe noodles. It speaks like this. Suddenly, it thinks like this. Oh, I should go to the market today. Maybe buy cucumbers. Maybe buy watermelon. Maybe eat durian. It speaks like this. Suddenly, it thinks like this. See how it just speaks by itself, without us intending to see it. Suddenly, it is seen. Whoa, it spoke on its own. Boom, it breaks completely. It collapses entirely. It breaks free. Right now, our mind is generating this phenomenon. It will break free from this phenomenon, only when it sees that this phenomenon is not us. Then, there will be a complete separation, like an electric current running through a wire. Now try pulling it apart. Try breaking the connection. While the current is still running, pull it apart. At the moment it separates, there is an explosion. Boom! It breaks apart. If we can truly see that it is not us, a certain kind of explosion will occur within, and we will find ourselves crying without knowing how or why. The tears will flow by themselves, and in that moment, we will see the foolishness we had been living with. What were we so deluded by? Was there ever anything that truly belonged to us? It's like falling asleep and dreaming a vivid dream, believing everything in that dream to be absolutely real. We become a human being in that dream, and everything in that world feels true. We can't control it. It all seems real. But the moment we suddenly awaken, startled awake, our heart trembles because the dream felt so real. We were running from ghosts, terrified. It felt real. But when we wake up, oh, it was just a dream. What a trick. Can you imagine that? While dreaming, It felt entirely real, but it wasn't real at all. Only upon waking do we realize that nothing in that world truly existed. It's just like now. We are caught in the realm of fabricated realities. We've grown so used to living through them. But please, return home. I'm guiding us home now, all of us. Now continuing on, it starts to speak by itself. The moment we see it clearly, an inner realization will arise. If this voice is not me, then who is speaking right now? A question will arise and bounce back. Where is the self? What exactly are we? The search for truth begins right there. Wait, if the one speaking isn't me, then what about that mango over there? Ah, is it this voice that says that's a mango? Then what is that? It's just an image, really. But we use this voice to give it value, to assign it meaning. And what about mother and father? Is it this same voice that names them? Then what are they really? Our home? Our car? Is it this voice again that defines them all? And what truly are they? Everything, fan, phone. This voice labels all of it. Then where is the true self? Hey, what is all of this really? Where are we actually? What is this place? We've never known. And suddenly, it all rebounds. It strikes us. Have we been relying on this voice to assign meaning and value to everything around us? So where, then, is the self? From that moment on, the search begins. When it finally accepts, truly accepts, that there is no self, the illusion will break. It will fall away completely. The sense of self will collapse, and only a clear, pure awareness will remain. Then we will realize we are the pure element itself. Oh, humanity, what have we been so lost in? And then the tears will pour uncontrollably. It is vast, so immense, and it dissolves into the entire universe. This pure element of ours. It merges with all that is. Please try to truly see it. It's actually very simple. Please awaken to it. I've emphasized and explained it as clearly as I can. We rely on these 5 manifestations. The first is sound, the voice. See it clearly. It speaks by itself. It isn't us. It creates everything. The second is mental imagery. We depend on mental images every time we think. When you ask, what should I eat? Noodles. The image of noodles arises instantly. When you think of your parents, the image of your parents appears. Just try it. Images arise immediately. These images are just manifestations. Sound is also a manifestation of mind. None of these are the self. They are natural phenomena, performing their own function, forming sound, forming images. These things never had a self. They are merely expressions that allow consciousness to know. They are not us. Thinking is not us. Imagining is not us. They are just performing their own tasks. Please try to see this. The third is emotion. Whether it is happiness, sorrow, indifference, satisfaction, dissatisfaction, every kind of emotion we constantly interact with. We are immersed in emotion all the time. Yet emotion belongs to no one. It is just a manifestation, a natural expression that emerges into awareness. Every time we think or imagine, and things go the way we expected, pleasant emotions arise, joy, satisfaction. But if things don't go as imagined, dissatisfaction arises. No matter what kind of emotion it is merely a mental manifestation, not the self. It simply functions on its own. Please see this and accept it deeply. It all operates by itself. None of it is us. It is just doing what it does, on its own terms. Let it be. It is what it is. Please see it clearly. Now, the next one, the fourth, is memory. This is the faculty that remembers who we think we are, that recalls the events of the past that we've been through. But memory, too, is just a manifestation. It functions on its own. It remembers sometimes, forgets at other times. It's just a process. It's not who we are. Please see this clearly. Memory is not the self. It's simply a natural activity operating by itself. And the last one, the fifth, is perception. Right now, as you're hearing my voice, do you see? It is perceiving the sound on its own. It sees on its own. It smells on its own. It tastes on its own. It senses warmth and coolness through the body on its own. Can you see that all this perception is happening by itself? These are merely functions of mind, faculties of our being that rely on tools like the senses to create experiences. When we can finally see that the one who hears, the one who perceives, is doing it on its own, that it smells on its own, sees on its own, then suddenly, bam, something breaks. Please, try to see this. See the nature of things as they truly are. The moment you see it, the illusion will snap. It will collapse completely. This is the science of the mind that we must truly grasp. We must awaken to our own mind, and then we will no longer suffer. As you keep listening to my recordings, you'll begin to feel lighter, more spacious. The more you listen, the lighter and freer you'll feel. Eventually, you'll come to understand and begin to loosen your grip on sound, mental images, emotions, perception, and memory. See clearly that none of these are you, and when that is seen, the illusion breaks open. There is only spaciousness, lightness. How could it not be light? We have no form. We are the clear element, formless, flowing through the entire universe. We are released from the illusion of being a human person. And then we will know that this clear, radiant presence, that is who we truly are. We are the pure, luminous element. It cannot speak. It has no language. It does not come or go. It is not born and does not die. It is untouched by fabrication of any kind. Within it, there is only silence, stillness, purity, and immaculate clarity. There is not a trace of suffering. There is only joy, fulfillment, and a constant state of wakefulness. This is something immense. It is always present. It is always real. And it truly exists. Only truth remains. I have come to point out the truth for all of us to see. Now prove it for yourself. Win this game, and bring this science of the awakened mind into the education system. Every person on this planet must learn through listening. Then this world will live together in peace and harmony. There will be no more killing or destruction, because there is nothing that truly belongs to us. When we realize that nothing is ours, no self to cling to, there will be no more arrogance, no more pride, no more conflict or violence. And once we have awakened to the truth within the mind, our mindfulness, concentration, and wisdom will flourish. We will become deeply intelligent, freed from all ignorance. We will no longer suffer from delusion, no longer be trapped in false beliefs. We will become truly wise, never again fooled into suffering. The time is right. Let this be enough for now. May each and every one of us awaken to the truth of the mind, to the pure and luminous element of life, swiftly and completely. May this be so for all beings. If you're interested in these teachings on awakening, mind observation, and transcending suffering through wisdom, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your insights in the comments, provide productive feedback, and if you find this content valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.